Mabuhay! When Jasmine was just 18, she visited the Philippines for the very first time. And now, at 24, she's back for her third trip. Let's see what she's up to today. Of course, we have to start from the very beginning. Ay naku, 17-hour travel day. Jasmine, are you okay?
Hi, Tito. Let me tell you what happened. We headed to the airport super early, like 3 a.m. for our 7 a.m. flight. I grabbed a matcha thinking it would wake me up. Tito, it was one of the worst matchas of my life. I even bought milk to try to fix it. It didn't help. Also, I took Dramamine before the flight since I typically get motion sickness, but maybe that made things worse.
Ay sus, what happened?
As soon as we landed in Atlanta, I started feeling queasy. We tried to get into Delta Sky Club since we were flying Delta Premium to Korea, but we kind of looked out of place in the lobby and they asked us if we needed any help. Turns out Premium Select members don't have access to the Sky Club, which was very embarrassing.
Ha ha ha. Ay, nakakahiya.
I know, right? Anyway, we boarded the flight to South Korea, and at first I was in awe. Premium Select, it just was so different from economy, and I was just eating it up. There's a little bit more of leg room, the seats reclined, we had noise canceling headphones, but then I couldn't really figure out how to use the seat. And at one point, we even told the flight attendant that the seat was broken and maintenance came on board. But it turns out it was just me, user error.
Naku, Jasmine. Classic.
Tito, when I say this was one of the roughest flights, I couldn't sleep at all. My motion sickness was getting worse, and I even got little sleep before the flight just so that I can sleep on the flight to Korea, and it just ended up backfiring because I got zero sleep on this flight.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and by the end of it, I was absolutely exhausted, nauseous, and I could barely eat. Once we landed in South Korea, we waited by our terminal, but honestly, I couldn't stomach any of the snacks that we got. I even threw up in the bathroom before our flight, but we still had one more leg, South Korea to the Philippines. I skipped the food service, hoping that I could finally get some sleep. Didn't really get that much sleep, but once we landed, I honestly was just so happy. After an awful travel day, we finally made it to the Philippines.
Mabuhay sa Pinas, Jasmine. We're so happy to have you back. Can't wait to see what this Americana gets up to next.